Hi, welcome to our Tuesday night conference. I'm going to take just a few minutes and let people get signed on. There's a bit of a delay from my understanding, so we'll have a bit more housekeeping tonight, but lots more information. So please stay tuned. Hoping everybody had a good day. I did. A nice relaxing day, kind of an exciting business day, but otherwise pretty relaxing. So I was glad we didn't have a huge amount of rain today. It was nice not to get poured on. My hair is looking a bit frazzled tonight. Sorry about that. All right. Hi, Christy. So we'll wait for a few more people to get on board here. We'll be reviewing some of the information from previous, and then we'll also be adding some new information. Each week we're hoping to answer any questions and certainly to kind of repeat information, because most of us have to hear information several times in order to remember. Certainly I do. So that's one of the things that we'll be doing, but hopefully not too repetitive, just enough that people can get information if they've not been able to make each call, or if they're just had to leave or whatever. So we'll just continue to try to help people get enough information. Again, I've got a few people online, but we're going to wait for a few more. Hi, Victoria. So hope everybody's ready for the big holiday. Somebody talked about going to a Meijer tonight, and sounds like it was pretty busy. So I avoid that place most of the time anyway, but particularly holiday week because it's always a bit crazy. All right, it's about 2 minutes after. I think we're going to start at least with some of the housekeeping items. First of all, my name is Joy. I'm a PA. I have been for about 32 years. I'm also a marketing director for a biotech company. It's the products from that company that we'll be discussing in these videos. I do want to mention that while I am a healthcare provider, we are not in any way proclaiming to treat or cure any diseases. We're just talking about a bit about disease process and what our product can do to improve overall health. But again, not treating or curing anything specific, although we may bring up some disease specifics. So I will also be looking at my notes a bit because I do have a bit more to cover tonight. So bear with me as I take a peek at some of those. The product that we're going to talk about tonight is ASEA. It's a beautiful bottle of wonderful supplement. You can see it says ASEA redox. That's because it's actually a solution of redox signaling molecules. We are the world's only redox signaling solution. So it makes us very unique and the only place you can get this product. The other thing I'll be talking about from the bottle tonight is the fact that the back of it is very specific as far as what this product can do for you. Recent scientific studies have given us very valuable information. It's included on each bottle now, which is awesome because it keeps us all on track for saying the same thing and making sure that we're promoting our product in an appropriate and responsible fashion. So, like I said, I'll be going over some of that tonight. You don't have to read it clearly. You can't see it. So don't worry about that. So, I said it once before, I'm going to say it again. It is the world's only cell signaling supplement or redox molecule solution. So what is it? I want to refer again to this package for that to be very specific. So I won't be reading it word for word, but certainly very closely. So I'll go kind of slow because it is a fair amount of verbiage and information, but it's not very long. So please bear with me. ASEA redox signaling supplement contains active redox signaling molecules, otherwise known as cellular messengers, that affect gene expression in a positive way. They help to protect, rejuvenate, and keep cells functioning at optimal levels. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translate to health at its most foundational level. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and is shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways or affect genes that improve 5 areas. And we talked about this basically last week, but we're going to get into a bit more detail today and again repeat those because there is a lot of information. So again, it's improving or positively affecting the gene pathway or genetic pathway for improving the immune system health, also helping to maintain a healthy inflammatory response, to help maintain cardio health or heart health, as well as arterial elasticity, which means, you know, you talk about people get hardening of the arteries. Well, this is actually helping to prevent that. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. My computer is
the birth control that goes in my arm.
Gone up to an advertising when it's not supposed to. We'll get rid of that. And it also improves gut health and improves digestive enzyme production. So it really is going to help with a lot of those digestive issues that are common concerns for many of us. And it also modulates hormones to support a balance that promotes vitality and wellness. So again, all these things are on our label, very straightforward. Recent research indicates that it does affect all of these genetic pathways in a positive fashion. So, what can it do to help? I want to ask and answer a couple of questions in that regard. One of them that comes from Denny Robinson, which is a lady who's very efficient and professional in our company, very high in the ranks. Her question on a webpage today was, if you could empower your body to neutralize 70 million free radicals per second in a native way, would you want to know how? And that's important because our product is native to the body, and there really are very few supplementary products that could make that same claim. So again, native to the body, absolutely nothing foreign about it. It can't do harm to anyone. So when we talk about improving free radicals, we're talking about changing that oxidative stress on our system in a positive way. So we're helping to decrease that oxidative stress. Now, for those of us who are not as scientific as others, there are several disease processes related to oxidative stress. Actually, there's numerous diseases related to oxidative stress. So I'm just going to name a few just so that we get some idea. So we talked about the heart. One of the things is congestive heart failure, hypertension, heart fibrosis, or kind of a change in the muscles so they're not working as effectively. Also, those things that create heart attacks. So this helps to prevent many of those disease processes. We also talked about affecting the hormones and the immune system. The immune system, we would talk about disorders like lupus, multiple sclerosis, cancer, that kind of thing are all involved in immune response. And when we talk about anti-inflammatory, of course, we're talking about all of the arthritises, osteoarthritis, psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. So it really can benefit all of those organ systems as well. Probably the other most common thing that it can be very effective in assisting is diabetes and that horrible chronic fatigue syndrome that some people suffer with. So again, we're not saying that it cures anything, but it positively affects the genetic expression at the cellular level. So it really does help with those things. So those are the primary things I wanted to answer in regards to that. In regards to how ASEA has helped me personally, morning clarity, it was really taking me a while to wake up in the morning, and this has helped significantly. It also helps with sleep disorder, which becomes common as we get older. But one thing I did want to express that I have not previously is that it isn't just for people who are aging or who have disease process. It is also for healthy people in order to prevent disease. Because as we age, we lose the redox signaling molecules in our system. those begin to decline even at age 12. So it is something that even young, healthy people can take. We know that it improves athletic performance, stamina, energy, as well as some of the other things we've talked about. So the redox signaling molecule, to make it simple, if you have a mobile phone and don't have a phone service or a way to communicate with it, then it really isn't serving you any purpose. And that is the problem with many of the supplements that we take, is that they're kind of like a phone without a cellular service. So you're taking it, but without the redox molecules to assist in making it work, it just doesn't really have a whole lot of benefit. So one of our team members actually has a teenager who's taking it and feels much better. I had exciting news today. I had a physician who has been on my team but is more active at this point because he's been taking it himself and noticing significant improvements in several conditions. Some of the things I've already talked about, but also he has had some chronic skin conditions that it has made a remarkable improvement in, conditions for which he's taken many medications and not noted any improvement. And with ASEA and or Renew has noted significant improvement in a short period of time. So very pleased with the product. So are there any specific questions from the audience tonight? And if you have questions that you would like to share privately, certainly you can private messenger us on our Facebook page. The other thing I should know is that, or I'm sorry, that I should tell you, is that we are having a raffle. If you share our live video feed while it's live, then you'll be put in a raffle. The drawing happens on Tuesday night, and then winners are going to be announced Wednesday morning live by Candy Moubre. I should also mention that these videos occur because we have a team that's very helpful and helps pull all of this together. So I really just have to get on here and share the information that is valuable, and the rest of them are helping put it all together in the background. So a special shout out to Candy Moubre and Christy Galloway for assisting in this process, making the webpage work, and really putting in hours and hours of time to benefit us all. So I'm so excited to share this product because, as I say, it's non-toxic, it's native, and it can do so many things in so many ways for so many different people. So I have a question here. What does the gene study mean for a woman with hormone problems? Well, I can tell you personally, I was experiencing hot flashes and night sweats, and I have noted a lot of reduction in those since taking the ASEA. Now, for younger women as well, it simply works on the hormonal system to bring it back to balance. Again, we begin to lose that sometimes at a very young age. Some women as young as early 30s, that kind of thing. So, but really at any age, if someone had a polycystic ovarian syndrome, I would think it could be helpful with that as well. Again, not proclaiming to cure or treat, but certainly to improve statuses. And yes, as I said previously, the sleep is definitely better for most. Some people benefit from taking either morning or night or both. They kind of have to figure that one out, what works best for them. I found out that actually taking a bit more at bedtime helped me significantly. So I think that was the primary things I wanted to cover with that. I don't see any other specific questions here. But yes, it does help with the skin as well. Even though it's a product that you're taking internally, it helps with the skin. We also have an external product we're going to talk about next week. We're going to talk more about skincare. But yes, this is really helping to heal from the inside out, and our other product helps to heal from the outside in. So, but this is something that can be sprayed on the eyes for eye irritation. Some people are putting it in the nose for nose irritations. It can help a lot with that. And yes, I see a comment here that someone does have the PCOS and note that it can help a lot. So definitely something to think about. I think that was primarily it for the information I wanted to share for tonight. If anybody has any other comment here, I'll give them a minute to add in here. Oh yes, one other thing people have noted on the product is that their eyesight improves. I'm going for an evaluation soon. I'm going to be interested to see how much my vision has changed. But it's very common for people to say that their vision improves while they're on the product as well. So, and I have another comment here that the immune system for sure, so must be they're noticing a lot less illness, like the common colds, that kind of thing while they're on the product. And certainly that is something that's been scientifically shown to improve is your immune response. So, and yeah, someone's mentioning that my hair is actually darker, which it is noticeably darker. I know it still looks very gray, but honestly, especially if you see the back, it's much darker, and there's a lot more dark mixed in here. I was pure white in the front before. So it's kind of fun to watch that happen, as I know for sure that something is happening inside. So it's awesome. Now, some people are diffusing it as well. The thing is you want to be sure that you're not mixing it with anything and that you're not putting it in anything metal. It needs to be in plastic only. Anything metal will disrupt those redox signals. So, certainly, there's another question here, is it more beneficial to diffuse close to a person? Certainly, you're going to get a more concentrated amount if you're diffusing it close to the person who would benefit the most. There's just no doubt about that. So, and of course, we're coming on the season where I like to have a diffuser going for a variety of reasons, but the humidity definitely helpful. And with this, you could get the humidity as well as those very beneficial redox signaling molecules. So, something to think about. Again, if you have any matters or questions about health, specific health concerns that you don't wish to share online, we're more than happy to private message those and answer those. If you have any questions about the business, you can private message us about those as well. So I really appreciate everyone's time. Thank you so much for stopping in. And we look forward to seeing you next week. It will be Tuesday night again at 8 o'clock. We're going to try and do it regularly at that time, so it's not hard to figure out when we're here. And if you weren't able to see this live, I hope that you enjoy it at another time. So, again, thanks so much for stopping. Have a good night. Bye-bye.